my name is Mike Anderson. I'm the CEO of Payfin Enterprises, which is Renovation Flooring and Floors.com. Today I'm going to talk to you briefly about vinyl flooring. We're going to go over types of vinyl flooring and installation methods of vinyl flooring. So vinyl flooring has a few different types out there. You've probably heard some different references between glue down, click lock, WPC, SPC. It gets a little bit confusing, and so I kind of want to clarify a few things for you guys today. Vinyl flooring's been out for a long time. Since back even in the 70s, the vinyl flooring was out. What's happened is the digital technology has increased, so we have prettier pictures now that are more acceptable for residential homes. We have a couple different things, a couple different types that I want to go over. We have solid vinyl flooring, which is vinyl from the top to the bottom. It has a beautiful picture and a wear layer on the very top of it, but it's vinyl through and through. We also have some WPC, which is a wood polymer core vinyl. So it's actually got a wood polymer core inside of it to create a rigid or kind of a flexible but still a little bit more rigid layer, and allows for a click mechanism to be added to the side of it. And then we also have some SPC or stone polymer core, which is actually made of limestone, makes it a little bit more rigid product, allows for a nice locking mechanism on the side of it. They all have different types of applications. They're all acceptable in commercial and residential environments as long as the wear layer meets that requirement. But it gets a little, as I said, it kind of gets a little confusing for people. The glue down versions, which are usually your solid vinyl products, they look very thin. They're made to be glued directly to the subfloor with using a specific type of adhesive. Most of the time it's a pressure sensitive, and it creates a very strong bond pulling the product to the floor. This is used in commercial environments almost primarily. It has very durable, long-lasting. Restaurants, Walmarts, places of that nature are going to use a glue down product. You can use glue down products in your home. It's just the methods of installing it are just a little bit more stringent, and sometimes a little not as much cost effective on the install of it. Floating floors, which are going to be your click lock floors. You have your wood composite core, your stone composite core. They're both very rigid. They're both mostly for residential applications. There are some commercial applications you can use them in as well. They're made to click together or bond together, but not be truly bonded to the floor with glue. So you can, when you're installing this, a lot of times you're going to have nothing below it other than maybe a noise reduction layer underneath it. When it comes to floating floors, you have a click mechanism, which clicks each piece together. These can be different based on the brand that you're using, but the same concept on each one of them. They do make click mechanisms that allow for herringbone installation, where the ends will actually allow a specific type of click as well. Karastan does a beautiful job with that. And then there was one that is one of my favorite ones, is actually a loose lay floating floor. This floor is actually laid to just lay over an existing floor. It's got a special backing on the back of it, and you lay each piece down. The benefit to the loose lay floors is it's easy to replace a piece. If you have to replace a piece of a click lock floor, typically you're going to have to uninstall the floor to a wall, unclick all the boards, replace the one board, and then click it all back together. With a loose lay product, you can actually pull a piece up in the middle of the floor. You can actually do that with your glue down products as well. Most of these glue down products use a pressure sensitive adhesive that never truly cures dry, so you can actually pull a piece up, set a new piece down in the glue, and you can move on. And that's why in the commercial application, a lot of people really gravitate to that. As far as the overall structure of some of these floors, I just kind of want to go through some of the different layers. A lot of these products will have either some type of padding attached. This one has a very thin pad layer on the back of it for sound reduction. They have some type of core layer. Unless you're dealing with a solid vinyl one, you're going to either have the wood composite or you're going to have a stone composite. That's for rigidity and to allow the click lock mechanism. Then you're going to have a wear or actually design layer on top of that, which is the picture. That picture, depending on what brand you get, depends on the quality of that picture. Some of them are very realistic, like from Karastan. You get in some of the less expensive products, they can be a little less realistic. And then with that design layer, you can have it embossed and registered. Embossing means that it has pressure has been applied to create a texture on top of it. And registered means that it actually is exactly on the plank where the embossing is supposed to be. So when you look at some of the Kerastane products, you can actually see the embossing is done where the knots are, creating a very, very realistic aesthetic on it. So embossed and registered is really important. You're going to see that on a lot of your higher end products, and it makes your floor look very, very natural. And then on top of all that, you have a wear layer. The wear layer is a clear layer. It can be different thicknesses and it can be made of different types of materials, but it's actually what you step on. So when you're walking on it, that wear layer is going to be very important to the quality of the floor. They usually start around 6 mils and they go up to 30 mils. And then depending on what type of floor and what type of wear layer it is, will kind of dictate the longevity of that particular floor. When you're shopping for vinyl flooring, you got to be a little bit careful because a lot of brands will make the same color, the same product in different ones. They'll have a click lock version of it and a glue down version of it. So when you're going to order flooring or asking about flooring, make sure you specify whether it's a glue down product or it's going to be a click product or it's a free floating product. Thank you guys for your time. My name's Mike Anderson, and look forward to the next video.